What's up, YouTube? It's 2 times XP here, and I'm back with another live stream. So let's get into it. I was not planning to live stream, but since my team lost, Chiefs, we lost to the Bills. I thought I'd do something that make me feel better and go live stream. Hmm. So I do wanna let me make sure that this is recording. Okay, cool. This recording, and there we go. So one thing I wanted to point out since my shop just reset for today, as a free to play player or a low dolphin, a low spender, when you come in here, you don't want to really be buying this stuff that's going to cost you diamonds. Like anything here that you could buy with coins is good to go, especially this bash material right here. It's 500K, but it helps you out in the long run. You need a lot of it. So anytime you can spend coins to buy things, this is basically what you want to be buying as a free to play player. And you want to be keeping at least a limit of about maybe 5K. I mean, for the most part, because you just never know when you may need those diamonds. Also, the most valuable thing here in this shop is most likely super encrypted tokens because these are really hard to come by, especially for a free to play player. You're not spending a lot of money, and the game isn't giving you very many of them. So you may want to buy one or two a day, try to spread it out, budget it. But these here, I usually rotate between buying titanium and experience. Right now, I'm not buying those myself, and I am like a low spender because I'm mostly focusing on shards. So I will go down here as a low dolphin or budget player, and I'll pull on this at least one time because I think for 300 diamonds, it's pretty decent value for me. I mean, you got to be your own judge there, and for 30 blues, 180, that's not bad for me. Just that's just my thought on it, because you need so much of this material to level up characters. So for a budget spender, I would say just one pull here, one pull there, and that's it. Don't go crazy. This here, you don't really need this. None of this here. This is way too expensive. Come on, like 4,000 diamonds for this. That's no, way overpriced. You're better off just getting your equipment out of Elseworld shops. And also, when you clear certain stages, they give you gear. So you don't ever want to pull on this stuff here unless you really, really need it and you got an abundance of diamonds. I would say pull them if you need them. But the game seems to give you a decent amount of encrypted tokens here. So I wouldn't like necessarily pull on these a lot because I do get a lot of them throughout the week and they add up pretty fast. It's just the super encrypted tokens here that you don't get a lot of. And me, I try to buy them every single day because I really like and enjoy pulling for the legendaries and trying to get dupes of them. So I do make that like my main priority if I don't buy anything else. Here in this shop here, I mean, just depending on how much you have stashed up here from doing Evil Falls. I mean, you can get some really good gear here, so that's why I say never spend your diamonds on gear at base shop. It's a no bueno. Don't ever do it because you can come in here and you can get some really good attributes on here. And that's what I usually do if I'm gonna buy from this shop. I usually look and see what the attributes are. If it's something that I like me, I like attack and crit stats, percentage crit damage, and bonus and stuff like that. So I tried to see if any of this could potentially have it. Let me see if I can find one. That one looks okay, but I usually like to have it attack and crit together in the first two slots. and then have it at the bottom as well, like this. Yeah, this is perfect example. Like this here, like attack bonus, crit. I try to get pieces like this that's gonna really ramp up my character's attack. So this is a really good piece. I probably buy it. I like pieces like that, especially if I'm going for a certain build. That's another decent piece right there. That's another really good piece. Probably I just buy it. Also, if you're buying these here, the tier twos, I mean, these get really expensive to try to upgrade. So just my personal preference, I will upgrade tier ones and non-tier pieces. A lot of players will say are against it. I mean, to each their own. If you feel like that's what you can afford and that's what you're okay with getting, then go for it. I don't see anything wrong with it because if you're just playing the game, you're enjoying the game and you just need that extra little bit of power or defense to help your characters out, get past something, or just it's gonna help provide a little boost to your character or your account. Hey, go for it. You'll always get the resources back, and that's what it's for. No one is perfect. There's no perfect system. Everything is subjective. Everything I'm saying is subjective. There's no perfect system. You just take the information the good and the bad information that I get and take the good and dump the rest of it. As long as you get something out of it, that's all that matters to me. But when it comes to this shop here, always get the eighth metal. This is what you want to be buying every single time. You get the eighth metal first. Then I will say Ocean Master here. You get his shards. Sinestro, I really want that character, but I don't have him right now. I would say eighth metal, Ocean Master, and then you could go Bane or even Pandora here. I don't really use Bane, so I never get Bane. So I do get Pandora shards, and since I got my Ocean Master at rank 10, I still collect his shards because I do want to take him to 11 along with Nightwing. So I'll buy this one. And also here I've already bought the upgrade material for reinforcements here because this is very rare too. You don't get a lot of this in the game. Only when the event come around, you may get this here, or if they have a special event in game, you can get this material here to upgrade your reinforcements to rank them up. But here and elsewhere, this could be a little bit tricky, and this adds up pretty quick. I usually get a lot of this currency, but right now my Batman is at rank 10, so I'm not going to pull for Batman shards. My Green Arrow's at rank 8 and my Nightwing's at rank 10 because I'm going to continue to rank up my block team. And if you're a free to play player and you choose block team for your first team, just always take the Nightwing shards. You can never go wrong. He should always kind of be one. If you're going to go by usability, it's the best character in this shop is Nightwing. Then two, you could go with either Batman or Green Arrow, but I would say Green Arrow because he does have a good synergy with Wonder Woman. And as a free to play player, you get a choice of OG Superman, who's a mighty tank, the Flash, who's a agile attacker, and also Wonder Woman, who's a mighty attacker. So Green Arrow pair is really good with her, and they form the AOE team. So depending on which way you go, if you go with the AOE team, I say go with Green Arrow shards. But if you go with Block Team, which is highly recommended because they just function and work a lot better than the AOE team to me and many other people, I would just suggest go with Nightwing, then Green Arrow, then Batman. And recently, well, the Poison team has come out, and that's the only reason why I pulled her shards is because of the Poison team. I'm just trying to get her up to rank 8, so I can get a good feel of how the Poison team going to be. I'm going to have to try to get them all up to 8 and that is Poison Ivy, Penguin, Swamp Thing, Dr. Poison, and Cheshire. At rank 8, I should be able to get a good test sample of how they're gonna feel, how they're gonna react, and then from there, I'll see if I want to take them up even further. But yeah, that'll be it for this shop. So let me see how many shards I got left for him. This resets in 21 hours, and I'll go ahead and buy those. In this shop here, this is probably your most important shop, the Elite Arena shop. Okay. Here, I wouldn't I wouldn't touch any of the epic shards here unless you really, really need them. Those would be last on my list. This stuff here, you never take it. Don't ever pick this up in this shop because you can get this from Crisis Watch and you can get this out the shop. This is a little bit too expensive for for the amount that you're getting. It's not worth it unless you really need that one little last piece. And I even say then it's better to wait. This is way too expensive. Excuse me. But here, if you picked either Superman, Wonder Woman, or Flash, and as a free to play player, new player, budget player, you should go for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the best character out of all three. She's more versatile. She's more flexible. She has the better stats. She's like A or S tier to most players. I mean, she's very valuable. She's very good. Here, you could get 20 of her shards. You could buy this 2 times. Here, if you're free to play, unless you get like a really, really, really good character, I would just buy more Wonder Woman shards. That's what I would recommend for free to play players or new players. Just buy more Wonder Woman shards. Let me see. One of this freezing up a little bit over here. But yeah, so if you're a free to play player or you got a really, really good character about luck or you pull from the banner and got them, it's up to you. But if you only going to be leveling up Wonder Woman, taking your time, because you don't really want to be leveling up too many legendary characters, even as a paid to play player, you want to kind of do your due diligence and find out who is good, who is bad. Let other people waste their resources so you don't have to. Don't rush and level up a character just because you get it. Kind of do your research, see how good they are, see if they're really going to make or break your account because once you put those resources into a character, you can't get them back. So I just want to put that out there for sure. Also, just double up on the Wonder Woman shards if you take your time. You can't go wrong with her. All right, this shop here is the League shop, and the currency for this shop comes in very very slow. You don't get a lot of this. If you're in a good alliance, you'll get a decent amount a week, maybe 6,000, and that'll be about it. But here, as you can see, I got Guy Gardner out of this shop because I just pulled him, and I don't have any shards for him, so I do want to build him up. But you could basically, as a free to play player or a low dolphin spinner, it's up to your discretion. But you don't get a lot of this currency. But for 5 or 10 shards of a character that you need, it's up to you. You could do whatever you want. Right here, I think the pools here that's a little bit expensive. This stuff that's way expensive. You don't want that. You get a bunch of this a day, anyways, to grind out team ups. This here, you get plenty of this from the system recovery gameplay, so you don't really need that. This is kind of expensive. It's okay, but it's John Stewart. He's one of the best epic legendaries in the epic character tanks in the game. So 5,000 ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. This is complete and other too expensive. I've never at once had 7,500 coins, so that's really expensive. I mean, unless you have Supergirl, you really like her, and she do it for your account. Unless you really want to invest in Supergirl, I mean, there's better ways to do it. I just think getting epic shards is probably your best bet out of this shop. Don't spend your money on any of this stuff. It's overpriced. It's not good. Even the tier two here, you're better off just getting it through Evil's Fall shop over here. Here, this is just something they put in the game just for you to click on and waste diamonds. You don't need to change any of that stuff. It does nothing for your account. So let's go to the store. As a free to play player, low dolphin spender, free to play. Okay, you're not buying any of this, so you can look but don't touch because you guys don't need this shop, don't want it. I understand how you feel, but for us dolphins, I mean, there are some decent deals like this. If you're really short on, they do have some decent deals. They have some decent $5 deals that I say, it's okay. But these deals here, like 20, it's not really good for value. That's $50 for 40 pools, and nah, that's bad deal. 100, and see, that's what I was saying. You could spend $100, get 80 super encrypted tokens, and still not get the character because the pity is too high. And I'm gonna continue to say the pity is too high because it's the truth. Anytime you can spend $100, so for $100, they should be giving you 150 pools, but they're giving you half of what you need to even max out. So if you bought this, you may end up having to spend $200 going full pity pulling a legendary character. They don't sound right because it's not right. And that's why I say you really have to look at the value of how they price things in this game versus and then look at how the pity system works. And you'll say, well, that doesn't seem fair because I could spend $100 and still not get the character that you want, which is crazy. But for the dolphin spenders, low budget spender or budget player, I would say the drone is pretty decent. They give you 300 diamonds instantly, and then daily you get a little extra 240 diamonds. It adds up. And then they give you a little 10% boost in yield. You get a quick collect, which helps as well. And you get the auto challenge. So it's not bad. The drone is pretty good. I like the drone. It's not a bad deal. As you can see here, I just renewed my drone, so it's one of my favorite little items. Cause for sure, I always go with the drone. Growth Fund. Growth Fund is like one of the best dolphin low spender budget player friendly things that you can get because as you can see here, there's 16,000 diamonds for $10. I think that is great value. I think this is one of the best values in the game because you need the diamonds. The diamonds and rubies are the best currency in the game, and they're giving you this for $10. That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I do like that, and but the bad part about it is it runs out. I think when you get to stage 40, so there's no more growth funds. So take advantage of it now if you can. If you really like the game and you really want to make progression, but you don't want to spend a ton of money, I say if by me just getting a growth fund, security plan, and a drone, that's really all you need. And that'll keep you well under $50 a month because altogether that'll be like maybe because if you're progressing on average you may buy two growth funds a month. So that's $20, $5 for the drone is 25, and for security plan, that's like 14 bucks. So like 39 bucks, 40 bucks. We'll just say 40 bucks to make it even. So you spend about 40 bucks a month. And it helps a lot. Now, me, for example, I like to spread out my purchases. So I get the wish. If I'm going to buy anything in this game, it's only one thing a day. That's the rule. You purchase one thing a day. I don't care if you get a massive good deal. If you get a massive, that's fine. It's up to you. But the rule is purchase once a day, and you should be fine. You get the wish. That's how you get the bonus diamonds, tools here, and that's about it. This shop, the rest of the shops here, the mother box, no. All of this is bad. Don't ever touch that. This here, that's bad. 300 diamonds and $5. None of this. That's bad. You see that 6,000 diamonds? You see that 6,000 diamonds for $100 plus? Come on, that's a ripoff. That's a ripoff. Don't ever purchase any of this. Here, another ripoff. That's even worse than the purchase in the Swamp Thing shop. 65 pools for $100. That's a ripoff. They're giving you 80 pools in the Swamp Thing shop. I say if you wanted to make this somewhat okay, you should give 100 pools for $100 at minimum. I think if you're spending $100, you should at least get 200 pools, to be honest, because of the high pity in the game. That's just how I feel about it. If you're spending $100, you should be guaranteed to get that character and have enough pools. So if you get it early, you get it early. But if you have to go full pity because you only got a 1% chance of getting a legendary and you need 150 pulls to get pity, I think they need to rework this here and give a person 100. Well, I say 150 minimum to 200. They should get a discount. Since you're spending that much, you should at least get 200 pools, super encrypted tokens, and they should be 50 cents each. Cause that's ridiculous for the price of cryptid tokens, and I would never recommend that to anybody. None of this is good. See, $20. So you're basically paying $2 per pool. That's ridiculous. That's a lottery ticket. You're basically paying lottery ticket prices for one super encrypted token. It's diabolical. Here in the leveling shop, let me just look at this because I always skip by all this. None of this looks like any real value. Just to be honest, just to be frank with you, none of this looks like any good value here. Because I feel like if I need 400k XP, I could just use diamonds and pull them from the shop and get more than this. Yeah, these are some really bad deals. 11 million XP for $100. 8 of those. I don't think that's worth it. Look at badges. No. Yeah, so they definitely give better deals when they have the new releases in their shops. They're a more fair deal. I ain't saying they're the greatest deal by far, but they are a lot better than the deals that they have in these stores here. The only deal that I would say is a decent deal is the weekly shop deal where they have the artifact pools. They could get like 15 pools for like $2.99. I think that's a decent deal for artifacts. And they give you 3 of those purchases a week. So you can do the math on that. And Let me know what you think about that, the weekly deal, because mine it's usually here, the 2.99 deal, but I've already bought those, so that's the only deal that I like, and I will purchase it only one at a time to help push along the wish, and I can get those resources as well. I could have sworn they had one here that was like $5 for a bunch of pools, but I don't see it anymore. Yeah, a lot of this stuff in here is just it's not good. Look at that. $50 for 500 greens. Come on, man. 500 greens. That's not worth $50. And 12-hour XP. Someone should definitely look at this shop and see how bad this shop is. They really need to revamp this shop. So yeah, guys, don't ever buy from these shops here. The only thing I say is worth it in the weekly is if you're having problem with your artifact, there's a 2.99 deal that's usually right here. They gives you like 15 pools, something like that for 2.99, and that's only if you care about artifacts and you're trying to push your wish. And that's the cheapest thing that I can see as a Dolphin player of spending on. And that's the only reason because I'm like I can spend 2.99, get some pulls from my artifact, and I can also get the wish. And that's it. That's basically it. Even here, I want to show you guys the Swamp Thing, my Swamp Thing list here. See, I haven't bought any of this stuff. I haven't bought any of this. This was the one I was thinking about getting here. No, no, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Wait a minute. No, it was this one. My bad. It was this one. Because once I took him up to rank 9, I was like, okay, if I want to take him rank 10, I'll buy this because 48 enough. 60 would be decent amount. And I think the diamonds having the 400 purples here and the 20, but that's like a splurge there. But I don't think Swamp Thing is worth it. That's just my honest opinion. So that's why I said I would take him to rank 8, test him out at rank 8, and that'll be it. I don't want to waste resources I can't get back. Like Aquaman is worth taking beyond rank 10. I don't see game changing ability from Swamp Thing where I could put him on any team and he just uplifts that team and he makes that team better. I don't see that and I don't get that value out of Swamp Thing. So I'm not gonna spend $50 to get this to take him to rank 10. I don't think he's that good. Like if you're just a collector and you just like having a max account, that's cool. But I know that I wouldn't take him beyond rank 10. So I used him at rank 8. He only goes with the poison team, and that's one of those teams. Okay, if they're good, I could use them at rank 8. And at some point, when they do like a better thing with the banners or something like that, because I definitely feel like in one of these slots here, especially for legendary recruitment, they could put a desired slot for legendary characters and allow us to at least have a 25% chance, some type of chance. I say 30% chance something because the pity is so high. You telling me I'm supposed to pull on a weekly recruitment for a legendary? Look at all these legendaries, and I have no control. I can't even put in a desire to say, "Hey, game, I won Doctor Fate." I can't do any of that. So this makes this system really bad and obsolete. And these type of banners here, okay, it's cool, but you're bringing back a character for 4 or 5 days. It's like you're forcing our hands. It's like either you're gonna get it in 4 days, 6 days, or you're not gonna get it again. And we're gonna take the character, put it back in purgatory. So then you're at the mercy of the system, which is really bad because, especially with 150 pity, it's kind of like you're gonna end up getting a Flash twice, Martian Manhunter, maybe Lex, Supergirl. You're gonna get you got a bunch of characters here that you don't want. The only characters here that I will want, Dr. Fate, Sinestro, and Hal Jordan. Those are the only characters in here that I want. I would never pull on this banner because I have no control over what I get. So that's why, as a free to play player or a budget player, I tell you don't pull here. They need to revamp this system. It's very bad. They got several pities now in this game. So here you can see this is a legendary. The new feature legendary is 150. This is a reoccurring legendary here. She's been in the game since the launch of the game. Why is she still 150 pulls? And it's on a separate banner. So you're at a point as a free to play or even budget player, even some spenders, you either have to pick between featured legendaries or reoccurring because the system is too brutal. It costs too much. These pools shouldn't be a more than 100 at this point, especially for a returning character that's been in the game since launch. Should be 75. Should be 75. We don't need reoccurring banners at this point. They need to put a desire slot for legendaries and just let you try to get a get your legendaries that away. So if you hit 150, okay, give us 100% guarantee to get that legendary or something. It's it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. I can understand the feature, even that's too high, but it's their game. I wish they'll fix it. Because it's like you could put a epic desire there. Why don't you have a legendary one? It just makes no sense. The game's getting a little bit too big. There's too many characters in the game. People want to focus on certain characters. Give them that choice. I even said a while back they should take like and put in their base shop. They should revamp their base shop. Let people see if they can get dupes of the characters that they want. Even if they could purchase once a week for 2,000 diamonds, take one of these slots away and put like eighth metal or a legendary slot for shards. You could put like this type of system in a base shop. So you could use diamonds to pay and buy legendary character shards that you may want. I've been saying that. There's a lot of things that they can do to help this game out. But when they're trying to force your hands to FOMO you to try to create this false sense of FOMO to get you to spend and come out your pocket because you see the character that you want and you see that timer every single day. They're like, oh, it's gonna go away, gonna go away. And I feel like that's really bad for the game. I know that's bad for the game. It's really bad for the game. Especially right now. A lot of people have family, friends, all the major holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas. People aren't going to be wanting to spend hundreds of dollars on a game. So that's that. But yeah, that'll be it for my buying guide. So let me just get into my regular gameplay. All right, I already done that. I'll go ahead and claim this stuff. Mhm. Yesterday I had a really good run on main story. So today I'm just doing enough to get my daily stuff done. Maybe do a little bit of arena battles and stuff like that. Keep my ranking up. And that's one thing I do like about this game. I don't have to spend a ton of time on it every single day. I do like that aspect of it, that I just can't run through all the content. Oh boy. I'm gonna kinda get past the stage today. I hope they put the Sinestro in the shop around Christmas times or Dr. Fate. I like both those characters. I'm kinda glad it was the bride, and I just hope they did not give all returning legendaries their own pity system. If they did that, I don't know if I will even continue to pull on certain banners anymore. They just really need to fix this. Oh wow, I'm getting past this stage. Nice. All right, let to get the throne up. Come on, Constantine. Also, one thing a lot of players seem to ask is what artifact is the best artifact? There's a few artifacts, but if you only had to choose one artifact, I would say the lasso of truth artifact, which belongs to Wonder Woman. Her lasso of truth is really good, and you can use the lasso of truth with a lot of different characters. So if you do, if you are going to go for an artifact, go for that artifact. It's very useful. I like to put it on Constantine for the most part because he really do a lot of damage with the lasso of truth. He also do a lot of damage with the chaos crystal. It's just that my lasso of truth is stronger than my chaos crystal right now. I haven't got a dupe of it to rank it up yet, so I just use that on him. And my Wonder Woman seems to be, I don't know, maybe I need to rank her up to 9 or 10, but shit, her damage isn't the best right now. And a lot of players do say Wonder Woman's damage fall off at a certain point. I thought it was going to be much later in the game, like around the 50s. But right now, it doesn't seem like in the 30s her damage is as great as it was during the early game. So I should try to see if other players are having an issue with Wonder Woman. All right. All right. So my little push didn't go that far. I got 2 stages, so that's not bad. Okay, so I am getting to the end. I only got 4 more. It's not too bad. Elsewhere. I wonder what team should I pick? So right off the bat, Mr. T team wouldn't work because we have 2 tanks here. So I'm not gonna pick this team. I think I go with this team. Yeah, I go for this one. Give us all the advantages that we can get. Wait a minute. I thought I picked. I could have sworn I picked the Lex team. Is that a bug? They gave me the Mr. T team anyways. I know I picked. I know I picked the bottom team. I was nowhere even near the Mr. T team. Dude, they trying to set me up today. It's all right. It's actually my first time ever using Weasel. I got Weasel on lock, but I've never used them. I've seen other players use Weasel. And they seem to like them a lot. I just why don't I want two tanks? Probably because with the Mr. T team, in order for his leadership ability to work, you can't use tanks. That's why you don't. It's only with Mr. T you don't want tanks. Okay, I go for this team. Also in Elseworld, you just kind of want to pick damage. Anything when it says attack increase when health is above or below. That's the best buffs to kind of get first if you see those or anything that boosts up your back rows attack. That's that's a good buff to pick. I think I pick for the when you for the progression bar to increase by 25% when tank ally takes damage. I'll take this one. Oh yeah, Hal Jordan all the way. Another character I don't have. I hope I get one day. I probably never get that character pulling from one of those awful banners without a desire there. Stay away from John Stewart in here. You will lose. This is a trap. Stay away from this character. Don't even try it. Stay away from him. This dude, like, it was bad. One time it was like I had like three characters going against this dude, and he still won. Don't go against John Stewart. I don't know. Do you guys think I should try to give the bride another pull? I like her kid now. Don't get me wrong. I like the bride's kid. I think she's a decent character. I think she's a good tank. I definitely think she has a really unique ability. I'll probably give her a pull at the end of the video. I'm only like 5 pulls away from getting a epic from her banner, so I might go ahead and just do 5 single pulls for her. Okay, cool. One of the things I like about Elseworld a lot is that you get to play with a bunch of characters that you don't have, so you can kinda see how they are, and when their banner comes, you could go for those characters, and that's another thing I like about this game that I've seen that's very unique about DC Worlds Collide, is that they let you hire your teammates' characters to help you progress through the game. I think that's one of the coolest systems I've ever seen in a game. I could basically just and you don't have to pay anything for it. You don't have to use diamonds. I think that's one of the best things that they put in this game. And I try to give credit when credit is due, but you can't overlook things either. Just because I really like this game doesn't mean I can't criticize it because I want it to be a better game and a fair game for everybody, not just people who are spending money because you need all type of players. I get it. The whales get the games going. The mid spenders, they give the whales a challenge, and your free to play players, they're just there. They're the most resourceful, and I like the free to play players. Some of them have the best guys. They have the best play styles because they're very resourceful. They're very good with resources, and they can give a lot of the mid spenders a good fight because they get lucky sometimes. They get characters that's really really good. I like that about the game. But when I see a RNG system and I see a system that's just so brutally unfair, it has to be called out because I want this game to succeed. I want it to be a good game for everybody, not just people who's paying money. Let me see. I got Aquaman. I don't know. These teams look a little weird here. Nope, no John Stewart. Don't go to John Stewart. Anybody but John Stewart. Okay, we'll go with this team. Hmm. So out of all these buffs, okay, I got Frostbite from Supergirl. I got defense, and I also have the armor break. I wonder which one I should choose. Which one of these buffs is the best buff? The flat out defense, the frostbite damage, or this one over here, the 2 stacks of armor break and 2 stacks of slow to all enemies for 2 turn. Armor break decreases defense by 20% and crit assist by 5%, slow speed by negative 5%. I'll go for this one. I'll give it a shot. Increase tank damage by 100%. That's a really good one. I always say just go straight for damage. If you don't know what to get here, just go straight for damage. See this one here? I don't have, yeah. All right, I just go for the damage. We already have Hal Jordan. We have nah, don't ever pick triples in here. So Superman DCU. That's a tough team. Let's see. It's a decent team to go against. But the damage reduction, man, Martian Manhunter, he can be a problem sometimes. I think I'll go against this team. Boy, boy, boy. Who should I take out? Supergirl? maybe Supergirl, and then DCU. Right? Hmm. Agile. Yeah, I might as or should I go for the defense? 'Cause I'm trying to think. I have majority mighty characters. I only got Supergirl that's agile and also Aquaman. So probably I just pick the defense. I don't like going against Aquaman either. That's a pretty decent team. Bizarro will probably put okay, yeah. I think I go for this is a pretty see this is a pretty tough team too. Cause you got Bane, Hal Jordan, Sinestro, and Weasel. Man, a tough team. I think I'll go for this team because I got more red characters. So the only weakness I have here is Raven, but she doesn't do a lot of damage. And the only reason I would want the bride is because I think she would be really good as a off tank on a team with Peacemaker, Judo Master, Vigilante, and Batman. I really want to try that team out. I think that'll be a really good off meta pick because I just pulled Judo Master. And even though I won't be able to rank him up this season because he's not in the drawing pool, I have him unlocked already. So when he does come to the drawing pool, I think maybe by December, I may be able to pull him. So I definitely want Judo Master to get ranked up to 10 as fast as possible. I like the character a lot. And that's what I like to see when I see a character. Like you see that character, you be like, man, this character's a problem. Judo Master does that for me. I like him. Deathstroke does that for me. When I see certain characters on the battlefield, I'm like, man, come on now. Not him. All right. I'm gonna go for critical. I think I should go for critical. Yeah, I just go for critical hit. Hmm. This is a tricky one here. It's not him. Out of her and her. So I just pick Pandora. She has a heal and cleanse just to be safe. Reflect on the front row. Okay, detonate superpower. I go for this one. A little bit more defense. Okay, there we go. There's Sinestro and Cyborg. Think I'll go with Sinestro. Yep, I'm glad I went with Sinestro. All right, I'll take DCU out and Sinestro, and that should be it. Wait a minute, let me see. Could you know what? I can do this. I'm gonna try this. Since I got Superman and I got Mr. Terrific, this is the first time I've ever played with a really good Mr. Terrific team. Um, wow, that's crazy. They don't let me pick the leadership ability. That's wow. That's wow. I wonder, do they automatically give it to me or what? But I'll go ahead and just see how this gameplay go. I really don't think they gave me the leadership ability for Mr. Terrific. Look at how Jordan go. Man, this dude's a good character. Man, I can't wait to get Hal Jordan and Sinestro. Those are only two characters that I want. I don't even care about none of these new characters. I really feel like I should have just saved my pools. I shouldn't have went for Swamp Thing because I just feel like if I get Sinestro and Hal Jordan and just build a Mr. T team, man. All right. Any players out there that got Hal Jordan and Sinestro, man, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky. I'm jealous. I only got Deathstroke out of the big three. I consider Deathstroke, Hal Jordan, and Sinestro the big three because they are the best attackers in the game by far. All right. And the only reason why I'm at level 20 on my pass is because I always say my weekly missions from the last week, the week of the reset for security plan, and then I just cash it all in along with the dailies. So that's how I got all the way up in my rank already. I just cashed it all in. Hold on to your weeklies for the week, and then just wait for your security plan to reset, and then cash it all in. Like the security plan is it's decent. I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But also look at all this titanium in here. Look at it. 50% of this pass is titanium. And it never changes up. I can see if they changed it up, but at this point in the game, I'm gonna say it again, they should have tier levels to the pass. Like this is okay for a player that's just starting out. But once you get to like main story 25, so your tier your tier passes and stuff should kick in and you get better rewards in your tier pass. I'm not a big fan of just the same pass every single month with no changing up. You know, no bash material, no epic shards. But I also don't want them to change it completely and take out the eighth metal because I really like the eighth metal. But I just don't want 50% of the pass to be titanium all the time. That's not a good look. Your battle pass should be the best gift to the players, basically. So yeah, maybe we'll do some pulls, couple of pulls for the bride here. See what I get for an epic. Since I got 15 pulls, I'll go ahead and do some pulls here. See if we can get lucky. So now I got 77 encrypted tokens, and I'm gonna save all those for the Cheshire. Okay. This guy again, purples. They're gonna make me hit full pity for an epic. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, pity for an epic. Yeah, it's pretty rough. By Gardner. I will take that. I will take that. That's a good one there. I will definitely take that. I gotta start recording when I'm making my pulls. I have a bad habit of not recording when I'm pulling. If it's just say I be popping over new characters all the time. Mm-mm. 150. I really don't see very much in here that I really want. I think for 200, I think that that's pretty good. 200 of this currency here for 35 of these purples. These are really hard to get. I'm gonna try to see if I can. Will I get this? Oh boy, I didn't do all of this stuff. I'm slacking. Mm. Go judo master. You can't take Swamp Thing out. Here, let's just try it. I would have missed out on quite a bit of resources if I wouldn't have checked this. Man, I guess this is their way of letting you sample out Swamp Thing. I feel like they should have went ahead and at least let you test out Dr. Poison and also Cheshire in this mode as well. Wouldn't have hurt. So people could have kind of had a better idea of should they invest in Swamp Thing because it's like you're releasing Cheshire after Swamp Thing banner is gone. And that's not a good thing, especially like I always say the free to play players, they can't really make an informed decision, not knowing what you're getting. Maybe that's something they'll change in the future. Also, man, that it's a lot of players that's mad right now because of the no compensation for the disruptor cannon. A lot of players leveled up their disruptor cannon to rank 5 and they basically nerfed it, increased damage by 50% when attacking enemy superheroes, blah blah blah. I think people should be a little bit more happy that they picked Swamp Thing for this team instead of the Joker, to be honest. The Joker, for example, I'll definitely like to mix and match him, put him with a bunch of other characters, not these characters, because I feel like he would make more sense for them to have him with Harley Quinn. Maybe they give her a nice redesign or something. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind if they took her away as a elite and turn her into an epic. Okay, let me try to clear this out. I think Deathstroke is no. I don't want Deathstroke for this one. Do I want Deathstroke? Let me put in Judo Master. Like Judo Master, I say if you don't want to invest in Deathstroke or you don't have Deathstroke, Judo Master is a fantastic second character. This dude is really good. Like some of these characters, they built them right. I feel like Judo Master stronger than Peacemaker, to be honest with you. Like Swamp Thing here, all of his kit is too heavily defined on trying to buff poison. I don't like that because that means I can't really use him outside of a poison team. There's a lot of resources to only be good with one team. Now the crazy part is Cheshire coming to the game this week, and this team can literally go bunkers. Now, if that happened, I'm gonna be glad I got Swamp Thing, and I got enough shards to take him to rank 9, and I didn't have to pay a dime out of pocket. It just took up all my resources that I saved up for a month. But I don't know, and that's what I'm hoping it is worth it because he's only going to be good in Poison Team. So I tell everybody who asks me, should you invest in Swamp Thing? Should you get? I say no because he's not flexible enough. I'm not saying that he's not good. He's only good in a poison team setting. That's it. He's not flexible enough. His heal, everything is related to him being inside of a poison team, and he's way too limited. And I don't like that for a legendary character. Like he's only good in that setting. He does no damage outside of a poison team. Like you could take Judo Master, you could take Kid Flash, you can put them on almost any team, and they're gonna do work. That's one thing. Let's see. Okay. Math. Guess I'll take this one. See, that's my thing. It's just like I kind of feel a way about how they did Sack Team this season. It's like we just got all these good characters in Sack Team, like Aquaman. We got Mara buff. We got Constantine buff, and it wasn't even a good 2 weeks, and they dropped the Poison Team. And they say this team's supposed to apparently counter the Sack Team, but then what they're gonna do like 2 weeks later, 2 3 weeks later after they finish dropping the Poison Team, they're gonna drop another team. It's like you're not gonna be able to just rank up characters to their fullest potential. I'm just gonna have to. I just hope they maybe drop one legendary, something like that. That would be cool. Instead of multiple team sets, like multiple teams after team after team. Like I was okay with the Peacemaker team come out because it was only 3 characters. It was only 3 characters, and you could slot them in with other teams, and they work fine. But with this poison team, it's literally 7 characters if you include the artifact and the reinforcement. It's 7 completely new characters, and nobody was ranking up Poison Ivy and Penguins. Let's just be honest about that. Nobody was ranking those characters up. You never saw those characters. It's good that they giving those characters some shine. I don't mind that, but they're just not popular characters, and I don't see a lot of people unless this team gonna be really really busted. I think people are gonna be very disappointed because Swamp Thing is the legendary, and he's not that good. He's really not that good. I've tried him on every team I could. He's just not good. That's the truth of the matter. He's rank 8. If he don't work at rank 8, it's no point in ranking this guy up anymore, unless you're really gonna use him on a poison team. Now I see now he's doing a little bit better, and that's because he's with Poison Ivy. But outside of a poison team for a legendary, he doesn't do anything. And they don't have very many counters in this game right now. So I do think this team is going to kind of run rampant for the most part. They do not have a lot of counters. Mr. T don't counter them. Block is too slow. Burn team gonna get obliterated. Block's gonna get obliterated. Only team that probably has a chance against poison team is gonna be Sacrifice, and that's if they have Martian Manhunter to help Pandora cleanse. That's it. Other than that, I don't see the poison team having too many problems. So I think they're gonna either have to nerf them or they're gonna literally have to put out more characters unless they already have characters that can basically beat them coming out. I mean, you're not gonna be able to beat the poison team, especially if they just obliterating your black back row and ignoring your tanks and going straight to the back row. That's gonna be a problem in itself. Oh man, I need to redo my lineup. I should have changed up the art. Well, the reinforcements. Look at Judo Master. I'm telling people, Judo Master he's just a mini Deathstroke. That's all he is. If I didn't have Deathstroke, man, I would just go all in on Judo Master. And see, that's the definition of a good character, Judo Master. He doesn't need to be on the team with Peacemaker and Vigilante for you to use him. He's just a good character. Let me change this out. I don't even think I need to disrupt the cannon. I'm putting the throne out there only because one thing, he's so squishy. You don't want to take no chances, even in a mode like this. Okay. I would have completely missed out on all these resources if I didn't check. Shame on me. I'm surprised they haven't given me the bride at all. I mean, my pity ain't that high, but I would think that's why I wish the pity was at 75. Somebody just need to let those devs know, man, dude. 75 for returning characters for pity. Even if it's a legendary, 75 is more than fair enough. 150, no way, no bueno. Dang, this is a lot. Because right now I'm just kind of trying to keep my eye on the poison stacks. But this doesn't really give me a good representation because Judo Master and Poison Ivy killing them too quick. So I don't know. But I hope it works out for my sake and everybody else who done invested in Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy and Penguin. Really hope it does. A little bit nervous about it, to be honest with you. Let me see how many. Let's take out all of this to do today. Level up a character 5 times. Anytime they ask me to do this, I like to just get one of these characters that I don't even use, level it up 5 times, and I could just pay 5 diamonds to get the resources back out of it. So it's not a big deal. So that little objective is really weird to me, I think. Hmm. Feature banner. All right, so I can grab a couple. Oh, I only got one more left in there. It's not good. I don't have enough to buy any Judo Master shards. I don't need these shards right here because I have more than enough Swamp Thing shards, especially from the event here. Let me find it. Where I fight Swamp Thing. Yeah, so right here I'm currently ranked 6. So I don't really need to buy anymore. I got 95 shards. I got a ton of 8 metal. Cause I think 9 would be more than good enough for him. I don't see myself really taking Swamp Thing up to rank 10 anytime soon. So I'm more than fine just staying right here. Even even if I placed in 10, which I don't think I would, especially because this would be over in like 2 days, 20 hours. I'll be fine. There's a nice amount of diamonds too, by the way. I do appreciate the Dales putting that in the game because I mean they do put some resources in here and there, but if they don't have a event like this going on, it's really hard, especially for free to play players, to get resources. I'm not free to play player by any means. I like my drone. I like the growth fund and the security plan way too much to be a free to play player. I like being competitive in Victor's Arena and stuff like that. So that gives me more resources to level up my characters. And there's nothing wrong with being a free to play player because I think about it at times like, man, if this game went EOS tomorrow, which means end of service, the free to play players, they'll be the ones laughing. They'll be the ones laughing. The whales will be the ones that'll be the maddest. And the mid rangers be pretty mad too. But yeah, man, it's bad. And I want this game to be great. And the reason why I advocate, I know people like Mr. Squirrel and other streamers that's always talking about this issue, is because the free to play community is almost like just as important as the whales. Because if you lose them, who the whales are going to beat up on? Who the who the mid spinner's going to play against? The game just dies out, and the whales end up losing the most at the end. I think this gameplay is really good. I think they have a really good product here. And the thing I like the most is they drop a lot of characters. They drop characters like mixtapes. You ain't even finish the last mixtape before they dropping another one. They're like, man, I know that mixtape was good, but this one's better. Like, bro, I didn't even listen to it yet. I ain't even got a CD player. They be dropping characters, and that's what people was mad about. They were dropping so many characters. They were like, man, you need to give us a roadmap, man. They dropping a character every other day. But the gameplay is good. I love the gameplay. I just want them to tune up some things, revisit some things, just bringing awareness because they say a lot of them don't play the game, and I don't think that's a good thing. I mean, how do you not play your own game? All right, I'm finna go back. I guess I could save these little resources that I got right now because I don't need this. I don't need any of that stuff. I'll get a couple more of these pools. Start picking those up. Here, I could buy this one, but I think if I could get 10 more diamonds, I think I'd buy the purples. I think the purples will be better to buy. So, so if I get swim thing to 8 on 10, that's not gonna happen. And clear all the stages. Okay, so I'll finish this up tomorrow sometimes. And sometime and I'll be able to just buy the purples. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just buy those purples because those are very hard to come by. But let me do another pool really quick. I got 4 for the legendary here. I got 7 for the epic. What should I pull on, Swamp Thing or Bride? I got a bunch of pulls in on the Bride, but I'm hoping this carry over to the next returning legendary, and I hope it's Sinestro in like December or something like that. So I definitely have more super encrypted tokens saved up. But who should I pull on, Swamp Thing or the Bride? I'll go for the Bride. Why not? Or single pull first. Let's start recording this. I keep forgetting to record it. I do another single pull here. Should I do a 10 pull or a single pull? Since I got 10 pulls, so should I do a 10 pull on a bride and leave it be because is today her last day being in the shop? Yeah, this is her last day, so she'll be gone tomorrow. Should I do a single pull or just a 10 pull and let it be? Probably ain't never gonna be able to pull her again, so let me see. Maybe I should just go for the 10 piece and be happy with that. All right, I just go for the 10 piece and she'll be gone. After that, she'll be gone. Gotta worry about it no more. Oh man, no luck. No luck. Yeah, see, if that was 75, I probably would have had a better shot, but having these high pitties, man, is rough. Let me check on my arena before I get up out of here. So I'm in Grandmasters 1, rank 5. By the way, I think this is going to be the only encounter in the game right now for Poison Team. Watch the Manhunter. All right, there we go. Get the nerf on Batman. Pandora sleeping on the job. Mm-mm. Excuse me. Oh boy. No, no damage. All right, there we go. Drop Batman. Get the slap on both Superboy and DCU Superman. Easy victory. Also, another little strategy I like to do is let people attack me during the week before final rankings come out in arena, so I can try to place pretty high. This is where I get a chunk of my resources from because from arena and lead arena. And this is the only reason why I try to push my account, and I will suggest any player if you just absolutely have to be free to play. I absolutely understand and do what you got to do. But if you are at least a dolphin spinner, which I consider myself maybe a dolphin to mid tier spinner, I'm not a whale by far. Because this guy here, I know he spends a lot of money on his account. He's a legit player. He spends a lot of money on his account, so he deserves to be number one. But and this guy too, I think he's a pretty decent spender as well, or he just got a really early start on the game. But if you come in and you basically just a mid-tier spender, because I started playing around Peacemaker banner, so that lets you know I haven't been playing that long. I didn't start this game when the game first started. I started playing in Peacemaker banner. I was watching the Peacemaker show on HBO Max, and then I seen the ad for this game, and I said, "Oh wow, they got a game!" So I joined. I pulled for Peacemaker. I liked him a lot. Then hey, that was it. And then they dropped Deathstroke. I got him. I've been playing ever since. I think it's a good game, but not free to play friendly. And I just hope they change that because you need those free to play players. You really do need that fan base. You need those players. Keep the game growing. Because if people can't progress, people aren't having fun. People can't collect it, at least unlock the characters. I mean, I understand it. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't need to have the pity so high because these characters, these players don't get that many resources as it is. So there's no point of having the pity to 150. And that's my whole argument about it. That's what many other streamers argument is about. The pity is too high because free to play players don't get that much resources as it is, and you need dupes to rank them up. So they ain't got no chance to go against Wells anyway. So lowering the pity down to 75, letting them at least have the chance to collect the character, unlock the character, and then if they want to spend the next 2-3 months saving up their resources, they 8 metal to try to rank up their character, then that's more than fair. But don't just paywall the free to play players out of the game, and so they can't even collect the character. I just think that that's very unfair because this is a hero collector game, by the way, and everybody should at least, if they're putting in their time supporting your game, that's still a form of payment because they're giving you something that's more valuable than money. They're giving you their time, and I think that free to play players, should be recognized just as much as the whales because they're and I'm going to continue to say that. I'm going to probably make a video later this week, another one about the Dells. Maybe they see it one day, maybe they don't. But at least I know I try to do my part to try to push that message out there to them. Like, don't forget about your free to play players. It's probably going to be the name of the video. Don't forget about the free to play players. All right, let me Man, right? How Jordan went. Oh man, so much damage. I'm telling you, Constantine with the lasso of truth. That's some insane damage. I really like what they did with Constantine character, John Stewart. I feel like we need another healer in the game. Kid Flash is very good. Pandora's decent, but I feel like we need a legendary healer in the game because we only got two support characters in the game so far. That's legendary, and that's Cyborg and Supergirl. Cyborg, he does some decent stuff. He has like a immunity bubble that he put around one of the characters, but I wouldn't consider him be a healer by any means. He does more damage than heal, and I feel like because of the poison team, he's probably they should drop like a legendary healer in the game, someone who could just straight up counter that team, who's a hard counter. Because right now, I only see like two characters that's really capable of dispelling or slowing down poison, and that's Martian Manhunter and Pandora. And if you don't have those two characters, you can't run them on every single, can't have Pandora on three different teams. I don't even think Mr. T flips the buffs of poison. I don't even think he's any good. I got 8 keys, so let's see if I can take the number one spot. I'll probably be able to hold it for a couple of hours for the most part. Then I'll probably get attacked. I wonder if the other players had really good luck pulling the bride because I haven't seen very many people in my server pulling her. Or is everybody just on the Swamp Thing hype train? I think the bride is a better tank than the Swamp Thing. That's bad. I don't know why everybody thinks the Swamp Thing is a great tank. I just don't see it. I really don't see it. Okay, good. We got rid of Peacemaker. We dropped Batman off. We got this. Okay, go for Superman. That's cool too. Okay, yeah, we got this. Because overall, I don't think Poison Team can beat Sacrifice Team, especially with Martial Manhunter on the team. I just don't see them beating them like that. I hope they don't. I got a lot of investment invested into the Sacrifice Team, and if they just get straight up dominated, man, I'm gonna be hurt. I'm going to be hurt. I'll probably leave it at that for now. Save those keys for later tomorrow. Cause I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get attacked or get dropped, and I'm gonna have to try to come back up again. Let me see how many points I got. Oh, I'm already at 2,635. So what ranking does that put me at? So I'm at Grandmasters 1. Okay, yeah. So I'm at Grandmasters 1 for the season. So when the season ends tomorrow, that's what I'll be getting. That's pretty good. None of us have ever reached up here to legendary. I don't understand why. Not even the number one guy. None of us ever get up here to 28. I might have to do some investigating around and see if any players getting up to 2,800 points. Cause see, this guy don't even have 2,800 points. He's only at 2670. So I'm guessing you can only get up to 2800 if you're buying keys every day. I'm guessing that's the only way to get there. Because regularly we're not doing enough battles to get enough keys to get all the way up there. Team ups. I got one pull. I just recently got the lantern artifact, so I'm happy about that. So I know the game ain't gonna give me anything new for a while. Here's my artifact collection here. See, I got the Lasso of Truth in tier 2, rank, yeah, rank 2. And I got 30 shards for it. So if I can get it ranked up to 3, that'll be the one that I'm gonna try to focus on first. But I wanted to get this one to get it on out the way because this thing works phenomenal on John Stewart. So I wanted this for him. So I got this artifact yesterday. So in order, when it comes to artifact, I would say Lasso is 1, Chaos Crystal is 2, um, Atlantean Helmet probably 3, or the Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone is very good too. So I mean, you could go either one. They won't be bad, but this is only for Lantern, so I wouldn't rank it that high. But it works great on all lanterns. You can put this either on him or Hal Jordan. But I think if anybody you would want to put it on, it just depends on what team you're running. So if you're running like a Mr. T team with Hal Jordan, I would think you'll want to put this on Hal Jordan. That'd be definitely busted if you max it out. Let's see. I don't think there's so much more for me to do. Try to rank up Deathstroke a little bit more. By the way, for anybody who didn't see my Deathstroke video, he was my first level 30 badge, and I got that the other day. I'm really happy for this. This dude is pretty busted. And see, that's what I go back again to say about Swamp Thing. You got characters like Deathstroke in the game, and I have a level 30 badge on him. And this dude has just been a phenomenal character throughout the whole time I've had him. It would be kind of disrespectful for me to rank up Swamp Thing to 10 before I even rank up my Deathstroke to rank 10, and he's at rank 9. To spend that many 8th medals. So, as, as you guys can see right now, I have enough 8th medal to rank up Deathstroke to rank 10, but I'm not rushing it. I'm just holding resources so I can rank up the poison character, well, Cheshire this week. And I think I'm doing pretty good on my account. I must say, I'm never gonna rank up Superman OG here. OG Superman. He's only really good for the burn team. So I really don't have any use for him. I got him because of the diamond purchases. When you get a certain amount of diamonds, they give them to you for basically free. Well, I wouldn't say he's free because kind of like you did pay for him, but that's how I got him. I would definitely be ranking up Superman DCU. Lex is gonna stay at 8 for a long time. Unless I just really get lucky with some Lex pulls or something like that. Lex is gonna be at rank 8 for a long time. Martian Manhunter. Now, this is why I'm holding my 8th medal. Because if he's a hard counter to poison, I would definitely consider taking him up to rank 10. This guy at rank 8 has been phenomenal on the sacrifice team. And see, I don't even have his badge. I don't even have his badge. And that's what I like to see from a character. You don't need his badge. His badge is just putting a cherry on top. It just makes him better. Swamp Thing, I've invested into his badge and everything. He's still trash. He's just trash. I put it on good gear on. He's just trash. Outside of the poison team, he don't do he. If for a legendary character, he should have been epic. If they were gonna make him this underpowered, and I don't know if that was a design choice or what. Is he bugged? But this guy here, with all this health, he still gets just KO'd, deleted instantly. I think I hope he's bugged. I hope it's a mistake, something for my sake and everybody else who's invested into this character. But he's not very tanky, and I don't like that. People say Peacemaker's bad. When compared to Swamp Thing, I don't think I don't think so. I think Swamp Thing is he's very underwhelming. I will say that very underwhelming right now. I put I put Swamp Thing on the game. I started losing matches quickly. John Stewart, this guy here, come on, dude. Best, epic. He's the best epic tank in the game. To all my free to play player, Dolphins, even Whales. This guy here is your best value for money. You can't go wrong. You will not regret him. You don't even need his. See, I don't even use his badge right now. I get his badge up eventually, but you don't even really need his badge. Unless you run an all lantern team or something, you don't need this badge. He just works great out the box. Slap on that artifact, he's doing it. And the dude does a lot of damage. And that's my only Swamp Thing is the only legendary I have had buyer's remorse on so far. Everybody else has been fantastic. This guy here, Aquaman, best character in the game. Nothing. I can say nothing bad about Aquaman. This dude could be played on any team. Any team. You can play on block team, sacrifice team, AoE team. You could play on any team. His kit is not tied to just a sacrifice team. He's like he's like a quarterback. He just uplifts the whole team. Just putting him on any team, it just makes that team better. You can run him in the front, run him in the back. He's just Aquaman is just great. Best character in the game. My One of my favorite characters. Probably my favorite character is Aquaman because I could get so much use out of him. Deathstroke is probably he was like my first favorite before Aquaman, and that's why I got his badge up to 31st because I was already committed to him before I got Aquaman. So I was like, let me just go ahead and finish him off. I think I'm gonna try to get him up to rank 10 soon as well. Peacemaker, I think he's gonna sit at 9 for a while. It's not because I don't like him. It's just that right now ain't the time to boost him up. So I just leave his badge at 10. And I do like the screwdriver helmet on him. He does a lot of good damage. I think he's one of the better tanks in the game because he's not a selfish tank. He's giving shelter and he's also healing. And we don't have very many mighty characters, especially a tank that does a lot of healing. So I do see the value with Peacemaker, especially because he even brings eagerly to the battlefield, and I think that's pretty cool. He could take hits. He could tank. He's a good tank. Nightwing, I don't even have to explain this guy. This guy's just he's great. You need him for the block team. So yeah, you don't even need to say much about him. He's just great. I think he's A tier for sure. He's the only S tier character in the game. I even think Deathstroke. I don't think Deathstroke is S tier. I think he's A tier, and that's not bad because I love Deathstroke. Peacemaker, if I had to rank him, I would say he's probably B tier. I say he's B tier, but upper end of B tier. I think that's fair. For value, I would still say Nightwing is a lower A tier because he's E. And the reason why I'm ranking him as A tier is because his frags are in the shop. You can get them easy. Him and Ocean Master, they're easy to build, and they got one of the best synergies in the game, being in the block team. Wonder Woman. Everybody, some people like to say she's S tier. I think she's maybe A tier because her damage drops off. I give her A tier because she's very flexible. She's still very good. She's good, but she's flexible. I have nothing bad to say about Wonder Woman. I just think that she's A tier. She's just very good. Martian Manhunter, if I had to rank him right now, I would say he's a niche character. He doesn't do one thing very good. He's like a jack of all trades. He's doing a lot of different things. He's healing, he's cleansing, he's growing his HP, he's taking a lot of turns. Probably, oh man, he doesn't really have a team. Maybe C tier. And I love Martian Manhunter, but he's probably C tier because you're not going to really use him. He's good at what he does, but he's not needed. I think with the poison team being put in the game, hey, C tier. I think he's maybe C tier, but he's a good character. I like him. So once this poison team comes out and I see how good they are or aren't, or aren't, either way, I think I probably will be investing more into Martian Manhunter. So I'm glad I do have him. Lex, man, if you're a free to play player or a new player and you got Lex on your team, you think he's a god. And when you first playing the game, that's how I felt. I said, "Bro, I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. What are you playing with Lex?" Because I was new to the game. I was playing this. I was playing, dude. This dude's he's tanking everything. The shields didn't ever get destroyed. You just running through content, running through it. Then you start to notice the power creep. Like, what's wrong with Lex, man? He got sick or something. Like he's slowing down or something. Something ain't right, bro. He's expensive at the end game. Well, when you start hitting the mid game, this dude's shields just drop off. He ain't doing no damage, and his shield's expensive. But the crazy part is, right now, Lex is a better option than Swamp Thing, and so that lets you know how I feel about Swamp Thing. Unless this Poison Team pops off, man, Swamp Thing he ranks C right now, and that's being generous. He is ranked C right now. He's not flexible. He's super expensive. He's a niche character because he only fits in one archetype of team. You can't put him on block team. What is he gonna do? He doesn't do damage. His poison not gonna do very much because it's not gonna do much damage because he doesn't have Dr. Poison or Cheshire or someone boosting his ability. He's C tier. He's just a C tier character. He's a very expensive. He's probably the worst legendary in the game right now, especially for a new legendary. He's a C tier character. His heal ain't that great. He doesn't do enough damage. He's not very tanky. He only fits in one team. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong, but or if anybody have anything to say about Swamp Thing, just let me know. If you have a different opinion or a different a different view on him, please let me know. But right now, I'm saying Swamp Thing is a C tier character, and that's being generous. He's C tier at best right now. He doesn't do anything outside of a poison team. He needs a whole team in order for him to do anything. And that's not a good character. Superman DCU. Legendary character. If you're willing to spend $10, link your account to DC Worlds Collide, get an HBO Max subscription. This character is practically free. He's practically free. You need him in order to run a successful Mr. T team. He pairs well with Mr. T. He could put him on other teams. But if you're really trying to get the best out of him, the tankiness, the destructiveness, the almost he's immortal type of status that he has with Mr. T, you got to run him with Mr. T. I see a lot of people running him wrong, so he ends up dying a lot. I don't know them personally. Maybe they just don't have the Mr. T built up, but that's why I'm not really using him right now because my Mr. T isn't built up the way I want him to be built up yet. I think my Mr. T is at rank 8 now, but yeah, Superman DCU, great character, one of my personal favorites. I will be working on him, getting him up. And see, that's what makes me upset about Swamp Thing here. I've invested all these resources in him, but he's not that good. He's just really not. This poison team better be great. OG Superman. I see. I go back to Swamp Thing, and then the whole video will be about Swamp Thing and how bad he is. So let me get away from Swamp Thing. OG Superman. I got this character basically from a purchasing diamonds and stuff like that. But I wasn't purchasing diamonds directly, but I was just buying things that equaled up to a certain amount of diamonds, so you get them for free. OG Superman. I rank for him basically. OG Superman. I would definitely have to say he's a good tank. I really can't rank him no higher than B though. I really can't rank him no higher than B. He's not C tier. He's not Swamp Thing. No, he's not that. But he's not A tier. He's a niche character. He works good with Superman DCU. He does work well with the Burn team. So I will say he's a B. He's a solid B ranked character. He's a B. Good tank. Got an AoE damage. Nothing bad to say about him. He has a good kit. He could be played with the Frostbite team as well. I forgot about that. Nobody really runs that team because I think many people don't have Supergirl. Supergirl's in the game. She's one of two only legendary support characters. You need him. You need her to run him with the Frostbite. So I will say he a B tier character. Not A tier, not B, not bad. He's not a bad character. He's just not a very used character. He doesn't have a lot of relevance. See, now if you don't have a tank and you just want to slot him in, he's he's very flexible, but he's just not very popular right now. Nobody's really using Frostbite team, so I say he's a solid B. He's not like you're not missing out on anything not using him. Batman. Let's get the Batman. Another one of my personal favorite characters. I feel like this guy is a legendary in an epic body. I hope they bring out like a DCU Batman character. Legendary, I'll be all over that character. If they drop that for Christmas or something, dude, I'm going for him full speed ahead. I want the character. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing about that Batman. I just want him. Like if they bring out a legendary Batman, and this is my wish list. legendary Batman character, an upgraded Harley Quinn character to an epic. So when they do bring the Joker out, you can run that epic Harley Quinn with the Joker. That's why I'm not too disappointed they didn't bring out the Joker and they threw Swamp Thing in there. I'm not too mad about it because I was like, well, how you gonna have Joker and you don't even have a good Harley Quinn to run with them? That was the only reason why I wasn't really disappointed with the whole Swamp thing. So that's my take on that. But I would like Shazam in the game, Black Adam, Doomsday, even Hawkman. I think Hawkman, the poor man's version of Thor, should be in the game. I think Hawkman should be in the game. They got some characters to work with. There's a few other ones, but right now I would like a legendary version of Batman and probably Doomsday the most. Those two I would like the most. Doomsday and a legendary Batman. But this Batman right here, this dude got hands. His hands are ready to eat for everybody. And he's one of the best single strike characters in the game. He does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. I think this is the best artifact for him as well. It goes in his badge. He has a nice badge. He has a nice badge because it just boosts his ultimate, lets him do way more damage. And that's what I like about Batman. I like this character a lot. I do want to invest more into Batman. He's just to me he seems like he should be a legendary character, but I feel like they made him epic for us. But everything about his kit, his playstyle says legendary about him. Everything about this guy says legendary, bro. But he's epic. So I'm happy for that. His shards are easy to get. I was literally sleeping on Batman. One day I looked in the thing and I had like so many shards. I said, bro, I could take him from rank 5 all the way to rank 10. So that's what I did. And that was last week. I noticed I had so many shards of Batman, so I just took him straight up. No hesitation. He's a great character. I give him a rank of A. He's an A rank character. Definitely for free to play, low spenders. His shards are in the shop. I think it's in the Elseworld shop. Yeah, he's in the Elseworld shop because his Nightwing, Batman, Poison Ivy, and also Green Arrow. So yeah, if you want to get Batman, he's a great character. You can slide him in on a lot of different teams. Very good character. He does a ton of damage. Can't go wrong with Batman. And see, that's why, dude, I swear, this is why I look at Swamp Thing and say, bro, this dude is bad. A lot of people are really don't want to call it out. Swamp Thing is bad, bro. I'm just gonna put it out there. Everybody's kind of sugarcoating it, but that character's bad. Swamp Thing, not Swamp Thing, but see, can't get off this dude. Dude, this character sucks. But Constantine, all right, let's get to Constantine. Constantine, at first, I wasn't too thrilled about his sacrifice mechanic, but after they buffed him, and they made sacrifice mechanic almost really unnoticeable. I really don't even notice the health drain with him. He does a crap ton of damage. He's another one of the best epics in the game that you can get. I ain't gonna say he's the best, like top 3, but if I would say like top 10 best epics in the game, he's definitely in the best top 10 epics in the game. He's that good. Constantine is that good. He's one of those characters. That's why I took him to 10. I took him to 10. I probably take him to 11. He's one of the characters that they literally give you the shards for. I don't know if they still do the 30-day calendar for him. But when I started playing, they had this 30-day calendar where you could get shards for him throughout that calendar. And that was one of the best things that I seen. That was one of the best things. I love Constantine. He's one of my favorite characters. He's on the sacrifice team. He's on one of my favorite teams in the game. You could put him on with the block team. You could put him on a lot of different teams. Constantine, you can put on AoE. I mean, this guy's all over the place. I've seen him on so many different teams. This guy is great. I give him. I think he's A tier character. Easy, A tier character. He's easily an A tier character. Pandora, same thing as Constantine. She's one of the very few healers in the game. And she has a really good cleanse. Very flexible. I say A tier character. She's definitely A tier character. Very good. You can use it in late game. Very good. Just very good character overall. And the Canary Cry Bomb, by the way, is the best artifact on her by far. It's not even close. Sorry about that. Got allergies. Winter weather. Mara. Mara, I think Mara's really good. Mm. Yeah, I think Mara's really good, but she has to be with Aquaman. Mm. She has to be Aquaman. And Aquaman, he's not very free to play friendly at all. And I'm not sure when he'll be his banner comeback. So unless you have Aquaman, you don't really need Mara. I think she's a B tier character. She's on one of the best teams. She pairs really good with Aquaman, but outside of the sacrifice team, you're not really gonna need her. So I think she's a B tier character. I really or C tier, maybe, but I think she's good when she's in on that team. She's good. She has a good kit, but I don't think you can rank her more than B tier. That's just my thoughts on it. I don't think she's A tier. A tier is kind of like you could put them on a lot of different teams. They could do a lot of different things. So I don't think she has that flexibility. Kid Flash, if I had to rank him right now, he is probably by far the best healer in the game. Has a really good kit. I need to get him up higher, but I think Kid Flash is definitely A tier. Don't need to be explained. Um, Green Arrow has a good synergy, good AoE damage, solid character, but he's falling off a little bit. But he could be used in a couple of different setups. I have seen him on block teams and stuff like that. He's not a bad character. I don't think he's A tier. I think he's definitely B tier, but he's definitely not C tier. So I say Green Arrow is definitely a B tier character. Really solid character. He's a good choice, especially in early game. He's a really good character early game, but his damage falls off a little bit late game. So he's a good solid B tier character. John Stewart, the man, the myth, the legend. This dude, people are arguing in chat rooms. Is he the best? Is he the best epic in the game? I I still think Mr. Terrific is the best epic in the game. I think Mr. Terrific is the best epic in the game. After Mr. Terrific, maybe Judo Master, I would say is ranked two. John Stewart, I would say. because of his plug and play flexibility. He might be three. He might be the third best epic in the game behind Mr. T and Judo Master. I could be wrong. It just depends on how you feel about Judo Master. I think Judo Master is a phenomenal character. He's like a mini Deathstroke. If you don't want to build up Deathstroke or you don't not have Deathstroke, Judo Master's your guy. He could do a ton of damage. He just deletes stuff. I think Judo Master's that good. He's a fun character. But this guy here, John Stewart, this dude is a definition of a wall. When your whole team is deleted, this guy gonna still be there fighting. I think John Stewart is that good. I think John Stewart is a phenomenal character. I think he's number 3 on my list. I think most people can't have a hard time ranking him below 5 if you said top 5 best epics in the game. And that's how crazy it is. And this lets you know how weak Swamp Thing is. Who would you rather pick, Jon Stewart or Swamp Thing? You just got to be honest with yourself. You will pick Jon Stewart every single time. Jon Stewart is way better than Swamp Thing, and he's an epic. And that's my example of why Swamp Thing is so bad. He is not a good character. I don't, unless this Poison team gonna really pop off all together as one unit, I would not advise anyone to pull for Swamp Thing. I would not tell anybody to pull for Swamp Thing. Maybe I should make a video telling people do not pull for Swamp Thing. He is not worth it. When you could choose an epic that's better than him, Nightwing is better than him. Everybody's better than him. You better off going with Bane than running Swamp Thing. That's all I gotta say for now about Swamp Thing. He's not good. Mr. Terrific, best epic in the game. Mine isn't built up that well, but I'm starting to build him up. I just put that artifact on him for right now. Might not be the best artifact to run on him, but Mr. Terrific. He has a really good team synergy. This dude is a monster. Probably still by far the number one ranked team in the game. That's terrific. I think he's the goods. I think he's very good, and I think that if I was a free to play player or a low spender, and now that you could pick him out the pool as a desire, you don't really even have to spend for him. It's just Superman DCU you gotta unlock. And if you're getting 8th metal through for a Dolphin spender, if you're getting the security plan, you can easily rank up Superman DCU for for your Mr. Terrific team. And that's why I have a hard time wanting to invest any more resources into Swamp Thing is because Miss Superman DCU is such a better investment because he is a part of one of the best teams in the game. Mr. T team is better than Block. I don't know if they're better than Sacrifice because I don't have a lot of playtests of me going against a Mr. T team. Maybe Mr. T team is mostly used in main story content. I've never really seen a team in arena. I just really don't. But I want to see this team more because I think this guy teams can be sick. I mean, especially got Hal Jordan, like the version of Mr. T team I want to run. I want to have Mr. T. I want to have Superman DCU, Sinestro, Raven, and who else? Guy Gardner. That's the version of the Mr. T team I want. I want to run Superman DCU in the front as the main tank, Guy Gardner as the off tank, and in the back I want to have Mr. T, Raven, and Sinestro. That's the version that I personally want. I think that team will be sick. I think it'll be a great team to run. And I think it's a very flexible team. I think Sinestro alone is a very strong character, along with Raven, who has one of the best kits in the game. Also, her revive mechanic. That's the version of Mr. T team that I would want. But you can also run a cheaper team with Mr. T. You can run him with. You can have Mr. T, Superman DCU. You can also have Starfire, Superboy, and Dr. Phosphorus. And that team will put in a lot of work as well. So it's a lot of different ways that you could go with these characters. I definitely like it. Here's Poison Ivy. So I give Mr. Terrific a A tier. He's he may be even S tier among epics. You might have to put him in S tier. I think his team is that good. He's got the goods. Poison Ivy, she's only really good with the Poison team. B tier character. We can move on. I don't think that highly of them right now. Satana. I like Zatanna a lot. She gives frantic, lifesteal, crit. I have a hard time ranking her below B. I think she may be on the lower end of A tier, but she's a very good character. And if you get her, definitely invest a lot into her. She can be slotted in on a lot of different teams. Raven, same thing. She's like I said about Mr. Terrific, Zatanna, great character, one of the best kits in the game. She could work really well with Sinestro. I definitely think she's a must-have character, must-build character. You won't go wrong investing your resources in Raven. She's a really good character, really good support. Gorilla Grog, he's not. He's used on a debuff team with Sinestro and Raven. That's if you're not gonna run Mr. Terrific team. He's good for that team. Decent tank. I would give him a rank of maybe B, maybe C. He's not that popular, but he does work well in that setting, in a debuff team setting. So maybe lower end of B, but he's not a bad character. Pretty solid tank. Guy Gardner. He works well with the Mr. Terrific team in Lanterns. Outside of those two teams, you don't really see him very much. So I definitely would say he's not an A tier character. Maybe B tier at best. Can't really rank him below C, B, or C. You take your pick. But Guy Gardner, he's an okay character. He could do something. He could work really well in certain game modes, and he does run with the Mr. T team. So I would say he's about a solid B tier character. Not bad. Superboy, he's not that popular. I mean, you can run him on Mr. T team or Burn team. I would say he's a C tier character. He's not that used. He's not that popular. He's C. It's all a C tier character. Same thing with Bizarro, C tier character. We can move on from there. Bane. Bane. Some people really like Bane. I don't personally use Bane. I do think he has his upside. I think he's a decent character, but I think there's just better tanks now, and he's not really worth the investment. Maybe B tier, maybe B tier for Bane. Two Face, I hear he's very good in Evil Falls. He can synergize well with the block team. Decent character, maybe C tier character. He's not he's not bad. He has some good mechanics. He may be B tier, but he's just not A tier. He's definitely not A tier. He might be B tier. he's not a bad character, but he's very limited, and he has a little bit of RNG in his kit, so he's not very consistent. Sometimes you just don't know what you're getting with him, and that's something I really don't like in a character is that they have RNG element to their kit. I don't like that, but it's cool with him. It works with him because it's a part of his gimmick. Is the flipping a coin thing. So I mean, some people like him. I I just tend not to like characters that have that type of RNG in their kit. Like I don't. I like consistency when I'm playing a character. I don't want maybe Starfire Carol here. She's not used a lot. I see a lot of people recommending her for a fifth on the sacrifice team. Not sure if I haven't seen very many people running her. I don't personally run this character myself. I don't have very much data on her, but I think she may be maybe B C tier character. She's definitely not A tier. Even after the buff Vixen, she's still maybe C, even D tier character. She's just not really that good. You only use her on a block team as an extra tank and you have no choice. So that's the truth about Vixen. Bloodsport, only on the block team, C tier character. He's only good there for the shields. He doesn't do a lot of damage. He isn't really game breaking. Don't he's only good for the block team. He's a budget character. C tier. Judo Master. I can say a lot about Judo Master. One of my favorite characters. Easy A tier. He could be on the Peacemaker team. He pairs good with the Bride. He pairs good with Peacemaker, Vigilante. He also a very good standalone character. But he works better in a setting with Peacemaker and Vigilante. So if you have him, he's a very good character. He's an easy A tier character. D tier, D tier. Him, Damien, D tier. Penguin, B tier. Weasel, B tier. Vigilante, C tier. That's it. For the rest of these characters, D tier, F tier, Z tier. So yeah, that'll definitely do it for this video, man. I appreciate everybody who stopped by, poked their head in. It means a lot to me, even if you didn't say anything. I definitely appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with me for a minute. You could have been in any place in the world, but you spent your time with me, so I appreciate you for that. And for that, I have to say, if you like, if you're liking what I'm putting down, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, 2 Time XP out. And thank you guys again for stopping by.